y'all, it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. Now, if you follow me, you would know that I purchased pretty much everything that I would need from the Sephora VIB Rouge sale to test out a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. I kept hearing people rave about it, and I wanted to see what all the hype was about myself. Plus, I'm going to be playing with some new brushes that BK Beauty sent over to me. So these were gifted to me by BK Beauty. They saw my video and saw that I wanted another one of the 101 foundation brushes, and then also sent me the Precision brush set. So I do not own this brush. This is the 107 brush, and I figured it would be pretty good for bronzer. So we're gonna be testing all this stuff out and seeing if it's actually worth it. So I have pretty much everything here for a full face. I did go ahead and prime my eyes with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base in medium. So we're gonna start this off. So first thing we've got is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and I bought the shade 3 Light Medium. We'll see how this goes. This is supposed to be like a primer slash it has a tiny bit of coverage in it. And typically I apply my primer before I do my eyeshadow. Y'all just don't always see me do it on camera unless I'm doing a full face. So it has time to really sink in, so I can kind of have a chance to see what I think. That does look pretty on the skin. Got very glowy texture. It is a little bit pale for me, but it is kind of transparent, so it's not transparent, translucent. So I think it will work. I almost think I need to go up a shade to the 4, but if I lose some of my color during this winter, this will probably be pretty good. Okay, so got that all on. So that looks really pretty, very, very glowy. I look very, very glowy. So we're gonna start off with the e.l.f. eye tapes like we normally do, because even though this is gonna be a pretty nude eye look, I bought the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize palette. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so does that sticker look crooked to y'all? I think it looks crooked to me. That kind of drives me nuts, but it's okay. I forgot my scissors, so we're going, you know, full strips today. Now, this palette I do know retails for $75. It is a very pretty palette, but it's a very neutral palette. There are only 3 matte shades in here, so we're gonna be playing with all of them. But yeah, it's going to be a very neutral look. So first thing I'm gonna go into is from the Happy Glow section, which is more of this nudie kind of orange shade right here. I think the shade names are on the little plastic insert that I threw away. Actually, that had a lot more pigmentation than I expected. And this is the BK Beauty 101 brush, or no, 201 brush, sorry. This is like my favorite brush to get an eye look started. So, if you're wondering, BK Beauty are my absolute favorite synthetic brushes, and then the Rephr brushes, which I also own the whole set for, which I paid for all of them myself. I enjoy as well, but those are natural hair brushes. And I will be honest and say that there are sometimes, you know, certain makeup products work better with a synthetic bristle, whereas certain ones work better with a natural hair. But I really haven't found a whole lot that doesn't work with these BK Beauty brushes. I mean, literally, y'all see me use them all the time, and I was shocked whenever I got the confirmation that they were being sent, because they didn't ask me if they could send it. They just heard me talk about it and knew that I had ordered from them and sent them my way. And I was like, That's so cool. I was so shocked. But, you know, if you're looking for good brushes, I would recommend either or. The BK Beauty or the Rephr. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for. I really do love the BK Beauty ones though. So this is the BK Beauty 202, which as you can see is a little bit more pointed, which is great for getting in that crease. So I'm using now the middle shade from the Seduce Glow section. Kind of weird on how they're labeled. Like each trio is supposed to be a complete eye look, which I get, but I do, like I don't mind shimmers in the crease, but like I prefer mattes for the most part. And I haven't really touched any of these to see what they feel like. I'm just, you know, I started with an eye look. But I have seen several people, Keep Beauty Real and Rick Clark, talking about the Charlotte Tilbury Fire Rose quad. So I'm interested in it. So before I purchased it, I wanted to test out what I've got. So I'm going back in with the 201, making sure everything is nice and soft. But these are neutral glam eyeshadows. That is what Charlotte is known for. So next we're gonna go into the BK Beauty 206 brush, and we're gonna go into this deepest rust red right here, which is in the Love Glow. And I have a few Charlotte Tilbury products. I have, well no, I don't have a few. I have one other Charlotte Tilbury product, which is the face palette from last year, the Lovegasm, which I really enjoy that palette. I use it quite a bit. And I did purchase the mini, which I used in another video because I only have one face. I don't need a bunch of bronzers and stuff. The mini contour palette. And it works for me. It's just, it's a little pale. It works much better on my fair daughter. So I wish they would have done the medium shade, the deeper one, the medium deep, as a mini as well. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So next I'm gonna grab, this is the Colourpop E4. As I said, we're not going super hardcore into the look. We're doing just do a very pretty Charlotte Tilbury style look. So that's the Too Faced glitter glue. And again, this is how I always do my eyes. This is what works the best for me. So who is ready for Black Friday? So I think what I want to go into is this Love Glow shade from the middle section. Oh, that's pretty. Not super metallic, but it is very pretty on the eye. Anything y'all are looking at picking up? So if y'all know, I have a business, so I will be super busy hopefully on Black Friday, but I still have a few things that I'm wanting to try to pick up. Like I want to pick up the Lethal, their grungy, their new kind of palette that they came out with, which will be releasing I think Thursday at 2 a.m. And then I'm wanting to pick up the Clarity Cosmetics. She is local to me, the girl who owns that, and it is a local business to me. Now I still have to order it online. Now I'm going into Dreamglow, the middle pinky shade right here. She's in Grove, so it's pretty close to where I live, and they have a neutral palette, the coffee palette I think is what it's called. Can't remember for sure, but I plan on trying to pick that up. And then I really want to try to pick up the 2 new palettes from Give Me Glow. I love my Vintage Rose and my Grunge palette, which are the 2 palettes I have so far from Give Me Glow. So I'm hoping to be able to get the Vivid Rose and the Sticky Sweet. Okay, I think that eye look looks pretty good. But yeah, those are the things I'm going for. Like, I know Davina's doing a good sale. There's going to be a lot of good sales. I just don't know what I'm, like, again, I will be working all of Black Friday, so I don't know what I will be able to even try to get a hold of. You know what I'm saying? Even though I own the business, it's still, you know, I kind of got to go with what I can do throughout the day. So I do really like how this look came out. So next we're gonna grab, this is the Hollywood, or no, this is the Airbrush Flawless Filter Foundation. And this is the shade 7.5N. This is the shade that was recommended to me from Sephora to match some other shades that I have. And it is a pretty color. It looks a little yellow, which happens quite a bit. So what I typically like to do is just dab a little bit all over the face. And then I'm gonna grab the BK Beauty 101. Again, if there is one brush that I can recommend that I think is super unique from BK Beauty, it would be this 101 brush. And I'm super excited to have 2 of them in my collection because I wash, like, I can't stand to use a dirty brush. So I wash it almost daily. So for the past, what, few months that I've had them, I pretty much use it all the time. Either that or the sponge, which their sponge is really good too. And it's inexpensive. I think it's like 12 bucks. But I use that all the time and it's still holding up. I bought that whenever I bought the Kate the Great bundle. Okay. Now it does have a little bit of a fragrance to it. But I do think that the coverage is pretty. It is a higher coverage medium foundation. I wouldn't say this is full on full coverage, but I would say that it is like a fuller coverage medium foundation. It looks really pretty on the skin though. I will say that. And it does blend out really well. Like, I don't think it looks super yellow on. Okay, so next we're gonna go into, this is the contour wand, and I have heard everybody and their mother talk about this as a product to purchase. And I bought the fair to medium one. So let's get some product going. Oh, gotta turn it on. Not sure what the beeping was. Okay, so. Okay, do a little bit of contour on my forehead. A little bit on my nose. And I'm trying not to get too much out because I have heard how messy this product gets. And typically when I do contour my cheek area, I typically go a little bit above where the actual hollows are. Okie dokie. turn it off, so hopefully it doesn't leak. And then I'm gonna stand it up. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with my 101. Oh, look how easily that blended out. That's pretty. And Charlotte Tilbury, to me, is supposed to be more of that glamorous, effortless kind of beauty, you know what I mean? The kind that movie stars have. Okay, so I like how that definitely blended out. Try to keep some of my hair behind my ears. It is what it is. But look how my skin looks good. I sound funny. Okay, so next up, I do want to try, I got the Highlight Wand 2. This I got in the shade, what shade is this one? 2 Medium. So I do want to go ahead and do a tad bit of liquid highlight as well. And that might almost work as a liquid blush on me. But we shall see. Oh, that's pretty. Because I want to do all of the liquid products before I start going in with powder. Yeah, I think that would work really well as a liquid blush. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, next up is concealer. And I bought the Magic Away Liquid Concealer. And I bought the shade 5.5 because I like to typically go a little light on, a little lighter than my foundation for my concealer. Still nothing coming up. Well, you can see that goes through products pretty quickly. We'll just have to see if it's worth it. I mean, so far, as I said, my skin looks beautiful. Okay, now I'm finally starting to see product. So that is one thing that I would definitely say is I wish there was a little bit more product in here. Okay. Is it just me or does that look darker than my foundation? I think that does look darker than my foundation, even though this is supposed to be a neutral shade that's lighter. We shall see. Okay. And again, this is the BK Beauty sponge. Let's just blend that out. Blends out beautifully. Okay. Definitely covered up my dark circles. Okay. It is pretty. It is very pretty. But I think I'm going to take, this is the Makeup Revolution. This is super light for my skin, and I'm just going to take like a dab. To give myself a little bit of brightness. That is one of the few products that I like by Makeup Revolution. Makeup Revolution, their products are always so hit or miss. So I think I would like that concealer better if it were a tad bit lighter. But I think that it's got great coverage. And I think it would work better. I just think it needs to be with a, maybe one of my darker foundations. Maybe. Okie dokie. So next up is the magic powder. Everything's magic, or Pillowtop, or so. Putting some of that in the lid, and then I take my damp sponge and I like to set my under eye with a loose. And we'll see if this makes a crepey mess, because I have a problem with a lot of powders wanting to look kind of crepey. Okay, close that up. We're gonna dust that away. This is the BK Beauty 102. This is their big fluffy powder brush, and it is great. And we're gonna go into this I've heard great things. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, and I got the shade 2 Medium. And we're gonna set the rest of my face. Okay. So far, I will say this, my complexion looks amazing. Like, so smooth and airbrushed. So yeah, I would definitely say so far it's the complexion products that are standing out the most. So this is the Airbrush bronzer in the shade 2 Medium, which looks like this. So I'm gonna grab the BK Beauty 107 brush. This one's a new brush to my collection. And we're gonna bronze up the face. I like the size of this for a bronzer brush. Oh, that's a pretty bronzer. I mean, I don't look overtly bronzed, which is fine. I don't always want to look like super bronze, but I probably could have went with this shade 3. But again, I think it depends on the shade of foundation I'm using that day too. Get rid of my double chin. Y'all know. Okay. That is gorgeous. Now, I don't know how any of it wears. This is all a first impression, but look at this. Look at the size of the bronzer versus the powder. Isn't that crazy? But, I mean, one thing I can definitely say is my skin looks awesome. Absolutely awesome. So this is the Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blush. This is the Booby Blush. Tell me that does not look like a nipple. It does. But I like this because it was a very neutrally kind of color, which is definitely what I go for. And I'm going to use the BK Beauty 104, which is a big fluffy brush, which is something I like to use for blush. Oh yeah, you can see the difference. And it is more of that natural blush, but that is something that I tend to go for in a blush. I've heard Teresa is Dead talk about these blushes so much, and it made me very interested in trying it. But man, oh man, I can't get over my skin. It looks great on camera, but in person it's even better, and I don't know how that is even possible. Okay, so next up, this is the new one. This is the Hollywood Superstar highlighter. And I was like, well, Charlotte can join her sisters Pat and Natasha, because I got the Christmas highlighter because I thought it was beautiful. So this is the BK Beauty 108. Ooh, child. Look at that. Oh my goodness. She's glowing to the gods today. But yeah, no, I don't even know how much time, especially if Black Friday is crazy trying to get stuff shipped out, if I will have videos like the week after Black Friday. So just to let y'all know, it's not that I've disappeared, it's because I'm working my hiney off. Oh my goodness. This is stunning. So I also bought the brow lift, which is a pencil on one side. Hold on. So we got a pencil on one side, more of like a brow powder in the middle, and then a brush on the end. So it's like everything all in one. And I got the shade Luscious Brows, which I have no idea what that means because it was like, I don't know. I was quite confused. So one thing about it is I will tell you for sure, this is not typically my favorite shape. That is more of like the angled, like that thick brow pencil. But I do prefer a pencil for my brows personally. So this is kind of what I just do every single time I do my brows. So kind of fill them in, trace them out a little bit. They're looking a little wonky right now because it is getting close to the time to go get them done again. My hair grows super fast, like super duper fast on my head, on my eyebrows. So, you know, for COVID, I try to keep them up, so I'm only going and exposing myself, which I still, you know, wear a mask and all that, but I only go and expose myself to getting them done once a month. But I don't do the best job. Like, I'm not one of those girls who can pluck their eyebrows. I don't know why. I'm just not very good at it. Okay. That's not the worst. Let's try the powder stuff. What is, oh, this is like a highlight for under the brow. Ooh. That's kind of nice. Okay, yeah, I can see a difference with that. This is almost like the Benefit Highbrow, which I have, but I just been using like whatever I use on my face instead as a highlighter. But I used to be addicted to using the Benefit Highbrow. Okie dokie. We are getting somewhere now. We're cooking with gas. Okay, so now I'm going to grab, this is the BK Beauty 206, and I'm gonna go into that Rush shade. And fluff that under my eye. There's not a lot of fallout from these. So these are some that I could typically easily do my eyes after doing foundation, but I still prefer, because especially with the formula I don't know, to do my eyes first. That looks really pretty. I'll grab the 201 and just very lightly dip it in that orangey shade that I used first, and really kind of fluff it in there. Oh, that's pretty. Look how pretty that looks. Okay. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. This is, so I bought this set from Charlotte that had, oh, I need to do my inner corner. So we're gonna go into the Dreamglow shade, which is this super pretty light pink right there. And we're gonna use that to highlight. And this is the BK Beauty, what brush is this? This is their pencil brush, the 207. I'm not sure what you missed because the had to stop filming because of the size of the recording. You know, it is what it is. Okay, let's dust away the little, oh, this looks so good. Okay, so this is the Barbarella Brown. This is the Rock and Coal eye pencil, which I bought the set that had like the mini eye pencil and the full-size mascara because it was cheaper to do that than buy. We love a good grungy eye look. Look how good that looks. Y'all don't even understand how happy this is making me, how good my skin looks. Because typically, when I am trying new products, there are so many things that go wrong. Like, there are so many things that I just don't like about it. Okay, so we're gonna curl my lashes. Did y'all hear that car outside? Okay. Lashes be curled. Then we have the new Pillowtop push-up lashes. That does kind of drive me nuts. I really am not the biggest fan of brands when everything gets called like Pillowtop or Orgasm or Better Than Sex. It's not the sexual terms that doesn't bother me, but it is the overuse of the term. Ooh, that is a pretty mascara. Okay, that's a pretty mascara. And that takes a lot for me to say that because I am not always the biggest fan of mascaras. Okay. Now I do see that I got some on my eyelid. That's okay though. It definitely hasn't dried down yet. Okay, so we are almost finished. Let's kind of adjust this hair. Okay. Definitely needs like that bedhead look with all this. Okay, I'm gonna grab, this is the mini version of the Airbrush Flawless. See again, everything's the Airbrush Flawless. This is the Airbrush Flawless setting spray. Smells good. Don't know if it does anything. I am of the mindset that setting sprays really don't have to be, you know, the most expensive thing in the world when it comes to makeup, because I haven't found one that really, you know, I like them because they help like melt all the powder in, but that's like the main reason. Oh, gotta fix my face because I got, there we go, mascara. Okay, next up is lips. So I bought this set that has the mini Pillowtop lip liner. Then there is the, I don't know what this is called. One of, like, these two are glosses, and then I have the full size of the Pillowtop lipstick, which was $45. Because I didn't want to buy full sizes of everything. Okay. That's a beautiful nude. Now, I think it is having a little trouble applying because I did use a lip balm. So my lips are a little bit smoother. That is a beautiful, beautiful nude though. Okay, next we're going to go into the Pillowtop lipstick. Oh, it's pretty. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, this one or this one? We're gonna use the one that has a little bit of sparkle. Her lipstick smells like vanilla. Yes, vanilla. Almost like, y'all know whenever you're getting ready to make sugar cookies, that's what it reminds me of. Oh yeah. Oh, I like the way that lip gloss feels. Okie dokie. Let's talk. Okay, so BK Beauty brushes, y'all know, absolutely love those. They're phenomenal. And the Charlotte Tilbury stuff is stunning. Like, I am so happy I purchased all of this. It's not even funny. And I was scared that I was going to regret it because it was so expensive. But like, I am so happy that I purchased everything that I did. Now, the eyeshadow palette's pretty. It's nothing to write home about. Like, it's a beautiful nude palette, but $75 worth? No. I'm glad I got it 20% off. This I probably wouldn't purchase again. The eyeliner is okay. The brow product, I wish it was more of the micro brow kind of size for the pencil, but I don't think it's bad. Like, there were no duds in this look. I mean, hopefully you can tell. Like, there's nothing wrong at all with anything that's going on my face. Like, the look is everything that I typically go for. I mean, this is just making me super happy. So, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But we have been inundated by new products, so it's been a lot more. But I guess that's it, so we'll see y'all later. Bye.